Hi there, it's Sam from poodles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. Now, if you are a regular follower, a regular follower of my blog, you will have seen yesterday that I shared photos of the swap I did with my team. So we do swaps usually whenever a new catalogue comes out, and we get into small groups because we post them. And we're in groups of 6 people, so you send 5 out, and I sent out a lovely tea light treat to the 5 people who were in my group, and they had my very favourite Pink Sands Yankee candle tea light inside, and it was showcasing, it was a few new things. So it was new DSP, new punch, and I used the same one I'm using here, and the new foil. And I thought I will show you how I made it, but I'm going to do different stuff. So it's a little fold open box. There we go. And you know what? I've just looked at it. I put the ribbon on in the wrong place. It actually opens like that, and it's meant to go that way round. So let's make sure it does. And then it just closes up on the side, just like that, with a little bow, which I'll put back in before the photos. But yes, super sweet. And I did a box very similar to this recently, and somebody said, can you fit a tea light in it? And I said, wait and see. So this fragrance is, I think it's called a Calm and Quiet Place, something like that. So, you know, you can see what I've done. I'm matching the box to the cardstock and to the ribbon, and then I've just added my little flashes of pink. This is actually the garden, can't remember. I want to say Garden Escape, but that's not right because it's Tropical Escape. It's that one that's 6x6. But I also wanted to show you, you can get 4 from one piece of cardstock. It doesn't matter whether you work in 8.5 by 11 or International A4, because it's 5.5 by 3 1/8. So there's my 5.5. There's another 5.5 because I work in International A4. I've got extra, and my 3 1/8 is there and there, with a bit left over. And then I would do the same on there. So if you're working in metric, your paper, you're going to cut it at 14, which is there, and then another 14, so that's 28, and obviously our paper is 29.7, and then you turn it round and you cut it at 8 centimetres. So I'll cut this at centimetres for you. So there's 1, and there's 2. So those are my metric ones. I'm going to put those out of the way so I don't do them slightly wrong. And yet you've still got all this lot left over as well. So that's how you get 4 of these, 1 sheet of cardstock. Don't need any of them. And you know what? I do need the trimmer out because I've got the DSP to cut. So I'm just going to cut that one on here. 1.5 by 1.5. And that's a van that's just turned up. Oh, what's the tenner bet? He's going to ring on my doorbell. 1.5 by 1.5. So, what's my paper in metric? 4 by 4. The finished dimensions of it, 1 5/8 by 1 5/8 by 3/4 of an inch deep, 4 by 4 by 2 centimetres. And I'm going to hover this here just in case that's my doorbell, because I think it is. I think it's new bin bags. And I don't want to be mid-score. Yep, there we go. I'm back. It was my doorbell and it was my bin bag delivery. Right, okay. A bit puffed out. I've got a long landing, roundy, uppy, downy stairs, and then all the way to the front door from my office. Okay, so let me find my scoring tool. I've moved everything very slightly round in my office, just in my desk area in front of me. Okay, so on the long side, score it at 3/4, 2 3/8, 3 1/8, and 4 3/4 of an inch. Metric slightly easier, 2, 6, 8 and 12. And then turn it round and score it again at 3/4 and 2 3/8, which in metric is 2 6. So very easy. It's a very typical fold over box that I have made perfectly sized for a candle. And actually, if you hunt around for Yankee candles, you can pick up a box of 6. I don't know how much they are full price normally. I want to say £6.99. So, you know, we're only talking about 52, 53p per candle anyway. But you can pick up some real bargains if you get the off-season ones. if you get Christmas ones in, where's my scissors gone? If you get Christmas ones, you know, in the middle of the summer, you're going to pay £3 for a box. So, okay, so I'm sure, oh, what's that stuck to there? Ooh, gummed up scissors, let's get another pair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut into all of these squares, and you keep the rectangles straight, and you cut into the square. And obviously, because this is such a tiny box, you really do need to do this extra step. You can sometimes get away with it if it's a really big box or it's made of paper. Cardstock's not forgiving, and not little cardstock boxes anyway. I think I picked up the scissors with the duff tip. I really must put those in the bin and then order some more. I've got, you know, there's all the visuals that go around, don't touch my fabric scissors. I don't own fabric scissors, I just have scissors. And mine are kept in the same place in my office at all times. The household ones in the kitchen tend to wander around the house. And so when nobody can find a pair of scissors, where do they come? My office. And nick mine. My husband was doing some wiring yesterday and I caught him. I could not believe it. I caught him using a pair of these to strip wires. Right, okay, so I would use tear and tape, but I'm on a, you know, I don't want to take up tons of your time, so actually I'm going to use mini glue dots. And what you do is you put mini glue, or you put your adhesive into all 6 of those squares. Oops. I'm just going to get this out. Oh, somebody asked on one of my videos, and I'm fairly sure I replied to her, as to what I use, because I, you know, make flowers fly and lift up and what have you. This is the inside of the clear block caddy. So we have lots of clear blocks, and although mine are on a shelf in front of me, there is a carry case for them, and that is the relief. So this one would be, I think, where that one would go. So you take that bit out and then you slot that in place. So that's what I use. So you can't buy them. However, the person who asked the question said that she is in America, and you can get them from Angie Judah, who is Chicken Scratch here on YouTube, and she sells things called a chick stand, and it's C-H-I-C, so it's almost like chic, not chick, not chick with a K. So have a chat to her. Okay, so I'm folding up the sides. This one's going to come round and come in, and so's that one. And then this is going to form the lid. So that's going to come around, and that one as well, to make the lid. So I've got my little tea light, that's going to go in there. Perfect fit. So my DSP, I'm going to have to look up what the name of it is, because that feels, I feel really bad. Garden Impressions. It's from the annual catalogue, Garden Impressions. Yes, Garden Impressions. I knew it wasn't Garden Escape. So yeah, 1.5 by 1.5, 3.5 by 3.5 centimetres. And that just sits on the top. And it's a very narrow border around. It's 1/8 of an inch, it's 1/2 centimetre. That's going to go around. Now we're going to have a bit of fun creating this part, because it's lots of layers. So the first one, you need your 1 3/8 scallop circle in a matching colour. So that's your smoky slate. The next one down is the 1 1/4, and that you're going to do this cowl with. Then you come in with your duet butterfly punch, or whatever is going to go. Oh no, sorry, forgot one. 1 inch on your foil or your glimmer paper or whatever it is you're using. Then you come in with your butterfly duet, and you go round that bit, and it does work with the scallop circle. I forgot to get out. Oh, I forgot one. There it is. The 1 1/8. So yes, it's a lot of punches, but we have a lot of punches. And that's going to go round there. And we hang on to that bit, because obviously we're going to make that fly. So yes, like I say, a lot of punches, but kind of really, really, really worth it. Okay, right, let's get these scissors. Let's get the grubby glue ones. And what I want is basically excuse me, 2 halves of a dimensional. So I'm going to go here, and I'm not going point to point, I'm actually going flat to flat, because I want this point, I want the pointed tip. I'm getting hold of it with my bit of my paper piercing tool, because I want that point to go into where the butterfly goes, and then I'm going to do the same there. So that's why I've cut it this shape, and it will fit in nicely. If I cut across in the other way, let me cut one and I can show you. It's too bulky. You can't fit it in. You could fit it in there, but it wouldn't fit in there. So that's why you go across the flat. Okay, so that one, actually I need to snail this bit on first. Onto there, into the middle of that bit. I'm going to snail that onto there. And you get just a tiny little border peeping around, which is rather lovely. And then because I've lifted these up, it's going to sit over the top of that foil, but the foil isn't the bit on the edge, it's the coloured cardstock, the coloured paper. And then I want some glue, I want a dimensional right in the middle, because I'm going to put my ribbon round. So right in the middle. Close this up and make sure I get the ribbon the right way around. So this is a silver edge ribbon. And I'm not worried about where the bow is at the moment. I'm going to pull that to one side in a second. I just want to get the bow done for now. Really badly with those are the gluey scissors, and then twist it round so that it's on the side. I need to trim that end up as well, and I'm going to trim that one up a bit more. There we go. So it's now on the side, and when I take the backing off here and position it, it will stick to the ribbon like this one has, and it will move with the ribbon. So if I move the ribbon, that moves too. And then all I've got to do now, to finish off my lovely little box, is find my rhinestones. That's not my rhinestones. There they are. And this is a really, really, really old pack of rhinestones. We don't sell them with the strips like this anymore, which is a bit of a shame because they're lovely. And easy to work with when they're on strips. But yeah, 3 in the middle and 1 on my finger. Bend over the wings, like that. Onto a mini glue dot, off up in the corner. And that is a sweet little gift with a rather big bow. I'll have to make that a little bit smaller, I think. But I think that's lovely. And like I say, you can slide it off. You don't have to undo it. Slide it off and it's just lovely. But obviously I'm sliding it off so that you can see it. Very sweet. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.